Tonight on News 5 Live, we revisit the Sarstoon where tensions remains high. We'll hear from the BDF as well as the leader of the opposition on the need for a protocol. Former Coast Guard Kieran Sibb skipped her sentencing. The judge orders her immediate remand to the Belize Central Prison. And a house fire leaves a Belize City resident and her infant son hospitalized. These stories and more coming up on News 5 Live.
For 19 years, SMART has been the pulse of our nation. A journey of growth, innovation, resilience, and unity.
From the first call that bridged distances to the data that brought us closer than ever, SMART has been there, weaving threads of connection across our beautiful land.
We have been active in providing innovative solutions to enhance our customers' lifestyles. Over the years, SMART has developed and provided various services to meet customers' needs.
To the dreamers, doers, and the believers, thank you for making SMART a part of your story. For 19 years of trust, loyalty, partnership, and shared experiences.
As we celebrate 19 years of connecting lives and dreams, let's keep the rhythm alive. Together, let's continue to shape our future one connection at a time.
Come and be a part of the SMART family, where we empower you and our country today, tomorrow, and beyond.
SMART, bringing people together. $13,835,700 eggs are eaten by tourists each year, fueling our thriving economy. Tourism means business.
Watch The Truth of God with Pastor Gino Jennings of the First Church of Our Lord Jesus Christ every Sunday morning at 8 a.m. exclusively on Channel 5 Belize. The Truth of God with Pastor Gino Jennings every Sunday at 8 a.m. on Channel 5 Belize.
Discover a shopping experience like no other at the V Department Store. They carry a vast array of products at unbeatable prices. Elevate your shopping journey with affordability, diversity, and accessibility at the V. Conveniently located at 1745 Coney Drive in Belize City.
Belize City Defenders final regular season game, and boy oh boy do we have a treat for you.
Defenders not frightened of it, nobody.
Yes fans, Moi Uno Resorts bring the last regular season Friday night lights going down this Friday April 26th as as your Belize City Defenders do battle against the Western Ballers straight out of Cayo.
This team, they can't beat this team.
Did we mention this one is for you, the sponsors and fans? More giveaways as we're giving hotel stays and our big halftime 1, 2, 3 challenge for $4,000 cash. And the first 100 adults get a free drink and the first 100 kids get a free snack. Tickets go on sale at 10 a.m. on Friday. Courtside is only $30. VIP is $20. General admission is only $5. And kids under 12 enter for free. Sponsored by
Good evening. Welcome to News 5 Live for Friday, April 26th. I am Annalyn Apolonio. Tonight, we'll begin by revisiting the media's most recent visit to the Sarstoon, the southernmost frontier point in Belize. Reporters were invited to join the Belize Defense Force for the inauguration of the Sarstoon Forward Operating Base. While at the location, they were also taken on a brief tour around Sarstoon Island. We'll share the opposition leader's position on what transpired elsewhere in our newscast. During the tour of the Sarstoon Forward Operating Base on Thursday, the Belize Defense Force held a briefing where Brigadier General Azaria Loria responded to numerous questions on his soldiers' activities at the base. One of those questions was, what are troops trained to do in the event they come across persons engaged in illicit activities on Belize's side of the river? According to the BDF commander, there are protocols in place in the event a situation cannot be remedied by troops on the ground. Here is what he told us.
Whenever we have a situation, let's say here at the bar mouth, that cannot be remedied by troops on the ground, i.e. the patrol commander here and the patrol commander of the Sarstoon Village right across the Gulf. We follow the chain of command. The patrol commander informs his the operations officer with a camp, and then the message is transmitted to us. We have our channels of communications open with the Guatemalan Armed Forces. However, we do coordination as well with our military attaches. Thankfully, we have our attaches. The Guatemalan has his attache here in Belize. I think that there is a changeover right now going on with the attaches, but we have our Guatemalan attache, our Belize attache in Guatemala, and he does coordination. The ultimate one, if it really gets out of control, is the Foreign Affairs Ministries, that they will dictate on what to do. But then that is higher diplomacy above our ministry.
And while there is a BDF channel of communication in place to report incidents on Sarstoon Island, what happens when the Guatemalan armed forces enter Belizean waters and shots are fired? According to Brigadier General Azaria Loria, the Sarstoon Forward Operating Base functions primarily as an observation base. But where the need arises, BDF soldiers are authorized to take action to arrest any situation and make detentions. He further explained that the Belize Defense Force is always prepared to deploy additional troops to the area for additional security.
The intent here, this forward operating base, function as an observation base, and the intent here is to observe and try to mitigate the threats as they may come. If you notice on the other side, there is a small amount of Guatemalan military as well, and that is telling you something, that they are not here to fight. And we are not here to fight neither. We are to maintain sovereignty. Should in case things get out of hand, we have our SOPs, our standard operation procedures on how to withdraw. Because with a section in our doctrine, we could never fight. But we could see, we could gather information and then we withdraw. Right? We withdraw to a safer point and from there we take it on. So that's the intent of this thing, of the observation post here. Or else we would have built another price barracks and have 1,000 men here, but that's not the intent. It's a forward, because as the name connotates, forward, it's a remote area. It's a great area of strategic importance. It's one of our corners. The other one is some 35 kilometers to the west of here, that we also man and ensure that we have it, that we are there. Those that have studied land power knows the value of it, and hence the reason we are here.
The leader of the opposition has come out swinging at the Briceño administration over Thursday's encounter with the Guatemalan armed forces on Sarstoon River. As we reported, 2 vessels carrying members of the GAF approached the 3 Belize Defense Forces vessels that were taking a tour of the island with members of the media. They stated that the vessels were in Guatemala's territory and demanded that the purpose of our presence be made known. The Guatemalan vessels then followed the tour along the southern channel and into the northern channel of Sarstoon Island. Brigadier General Azaria Loria, the commander of the Belize Defense Force, was among those present on the trip. Moses Shine Barrow, the leader of the opposition, has since issued a statement condemning the actions of the Guatemalan armed forces and blaming the Briceño administration for their behavior. Here is what Barrow had to say.
Incompetent Briceño's failure to deliver promised Sarstoon protocol leads to continued Guatemalan incursions. The opposition registers its condemnation of the Guatemalan armed forces' breach of our territorial integrity by entering Belizean waters to obstruct our military personnel from completing a trip around our Sarstoon Island with members of the press and other distinguished invited guests of our Sarstoon Forward Operating Base earlier on April 25th. While the United Democratic Party commends the members of our armed forces for exercising restraint in order to ensure the safety of civilians on board, we emphatically deplore the government's inability to deliver on the Sarstoon protocol they promised while campaigning to form government. According to individuals present on the Sarstoon trip, heavily armed Guatemalan soldiers approached the Belizean vessel carrying Brigadier General Azriel Loria and scolded them for being in Guatemala's territory, which is completely incorrect and abhorrent. Independent media reports go on to say that General Loria, in front of members of the Belizean press corps, did not respond. We find no fault in the general's decision. However, we blame the government for putting the general in a situation where he is under attack and aggressed by bullish Guatemalan armed forces.
Opposition leader Moses Shine Barrow also called on Prime Minister John Briceño and Minister of Foreign Affairs Francis Fonseca to summon the Guatemalan ambassador to Belize that wants to protest this breach of our borders. He further stated that a diplomatic note must be sent to the Guatemalan president.
We are a peaceful nation that prefers to live in harmony with our neighbors, including Guatemala, but we will never compromise our territorial integrity. The opposition calls on Prime Minister Briceño and Foreign Minister Fonseca to summon the Guatemalan ambassador to Belize at once to protest this breach of our borders. An urgent diplomatic note must be sent. An engagement must be made with the Guatemalan President, Minister of Foreign Affairs, and Minister of National Defense to underscore the need for the Guatemalan armed forces to adhere to international law, confidence-building measures, and other protocols established by the Group of Friends and the OAS. The Guatemalan armed forces entering Belizean territory repeatedly to restrict free movement around the Sarstoon Island is an unacceptable act of aggression that is against international law and established protocols of the Group of Friends and the confidence-building measures, which explicitly state that neither nation shall use force or threat of force to pursue their position with respect to the territorial referendum. Opposition calls on the Briceño administration to protest vehemently the actions of the Guatemalan armed forces to the OAS and Group of Friends for immediate intervention.
Brigadier General Azaria Loria also noted that the Guatemalan armed forces are not their primary concerns. He says greater threats may arise from armed civilians seeking to use the channels as a route to transport illegal drugs.
The concern will be civilians, that they're armed. Make no mistake, the guys that grow the coca plants here and conduct illegal shipments of cocaine, be it here or the Tamash coming from Honduras and sometimes Guatemala, they're armed. If there is a shootout, as you put it, we have our actions on, and some of it is to see if it can be contained, see if you could make arrests, see if you could, and if you can't, reinforce. We have the police, we have the BDF, we have our standbys, all of that will be activated in itself. So that is the way we do things. It's actions and as part of our SOPs.
Coming up, Concejo Village resident murdered in his backyard.
Hello friends, this is Dr. Bob Roberts with another 60-second sermon from God's Word. The Bible says, "Now unto him that is able to do exceeding abundantly above all that we ask or think, according to the power that worketh in us." I have discovered that when I pray, I do not always get what I ask for, but when I reflect back upon the answer, I discover I receive more than I ask for. An unknown author has expressed what I am trying to say in the following way. He said, "I asked for health that I might do greater things. I was given infirmity that I might do better things. I asked God for strength that I might achieve. I was made weak that I might learn to obey. I asked for riches that I might be happy. I was given poverty that I might be wise. I asked for power and the praise of men. I was given weakness to sense my need of God. I asked for all things that I might enjoy life. I was given life that I might enjoy all things. I got nothing I asked for, but everything I hoped for. In spite of myself, my prayers were answered. I am among all men most richly blessed." Yes, God always gives us what's best for us. Today's 60-second sermon has been presented by Dr. Bob Roberts and Christian Foundations of Faith.
It's the National Agriculture and Trade Show 2024, and you know Digi is going to have the best deals and offers all weekend long. We've slashed our Digi1 bundle prices so you can save up to $180 for 6 months. Now is the time to sign up for an unlimited postpaid mobile plan. Get a whopping 50% off for 6 months. The first 50 customers at the booth can get an LTE mobile device for as low as $79 on Saturday and Sunday. Save up to $360 on a Samsung device when you sign up for a postpaid mobile plan, or enjoy huge savings when you purchase your device from the DigiWallet Marketplace starting April 23rd. No waiting in line. Just pick up your device at the DigiBooth and go. Triple up when you top up $30 and more at the grounds. There's going to be hourly DigiCash raffles. Come ask us about our $100,000 DigiCash giveaway. Don't miss out on all the savings and offers at the DigiBooth at the National Agriculture and Trade Show, April 27th and 28th. Digi, our national telecom.
Nestled away in the quaint Belize River Valley, Black Orchid's Panda River restaurant offers a variety of great dining areas and experiences with an excellent variety of local and international cuisine, with healthy meal options for vegans and those with health concerns. Your delectable dining can be topped off with our excellent desserts, natural fruit juices, and exquisite wine and drink options. All prepared by our certified chef and award-winning mixologist. Come to Panda River Restaurant and River Rum Bar to relax in the pool or use our excellent conference facilities combined with great dining.
A diamond in the jungle.
The quiet of Concejo Village was shattered on Thursday evening when a resident was gunned down inside his yard. According to police, 29-year-old Johnny Arana was working in his backyard when a gunman emerged from some nearby bushes and opened fire on him. Arana's home is situated at the entrance of the community. In fact, the village's welcome sign is erected directly in front of his home. Concejo Shores, a community of predominantly expats, is located within the vicinity. News 5 understands that prior to the shooting incident, a security alert was issued in Concejo Shores Neighborhood Watch Group informing residents of suspicious activities in the area. Shortly thereafter, shots rang out and residents of Concejo Shores took necessary actions to secure their properties. One resident told News 5 that incidents of this nature never occur in the village. We were also informed that there are several cameras in the area that may have captured the incident. Arana and his family are well known to villagers as they own a business in the community. We sought comments from them and they declined. A motive is yet to be established. We will continue to follow this story. 33-year-old Kieran Zib was found guilty of the attempted murder of former Coast Guard colleague Kurt Hyde on March 13th and was granted bail by High Court Justice Candice Nanton in the sum of $15,000. She was scheduled to return for sentencing today but was a no-show. According to Zib, she is afflicted with COVID-19. However, she failed to provide medical documents validating her claim. As a result, the conditions of her bail have since been revoked, and the judge ordered her immediate arrest and remand to the Belize Central Prison, where she will remain incarcerated until May 10th, her new sentencing date. Earlier today, attorney Arthur Saldivar spoke on behalf of his client, who was absent from court.
Ms. Zib is still represented by Mr. Bradley and his firm. I have come on to assist, join the team, so to speak, with a view to giving Ms. Zib as many options, perspectives as possible going forward. Now, as you know, Ms. Zib was convicted of attempted murder in court on the 13th of March, and there were certain conditions imposed on her for bail extended to a convicted person. Given her state, emotionally and psychologically, and given the voluminous conditions she was unable to fulfill and was found in breach. As a result, bail was revoked today pending sentencing on the 10th of May. We are now in a position now where we're preparing submissions for the 10th of May. As you know, this is a very tragic situation. Ms. Zib was a shining light for the Coast Guard as one of the first females to join, and not only that, but her academic acumen and capacity being as high as it was, she was on a trajectory to do great things in that institution. It's unfortunate that the institution that she chose to serve actually marshaled itself against her to bring about a very unfortunate incident that there should be a responsibility for happening.
We have been able to confirm that Zib has since been detained and remanded to the Belize Central Prison on the orders of the Justice Nanton. This morning, a mother and her child were injured when their home erupted in flames while they were sleeping. The incident occurred around 9:30 a.m. on Raccoon Street near Central American Boulevard. After hearing a disturbance, several neighbors rushed to assist before alerting authorities. Fortunately, the mother and her son were able to escape. However, they were burned during the process and were not able to recover any of their possessions. News 5's Brittany Gordon was at the scene today to gather more details. Here's the story.
Marcia Dawson, a resident of Raccoon Street for over 17 years, was carrying out her morning routine when a commotion nearby startled her. At first, she wasn't sure what the commotion was, but upon seeing flames at her neighbors, she and her husband rushed to the scene to assist.
Well, this morning, I get up, I do some washing, and I look through the window, because I hear like something like a gunshot, so I look through the window, so I don't see nothing. So I peep across my neighbor's house, I look, I see smoke come out through the front door. So after that, I hear my husband, I tell her, I say, baby, house is on fire. So by the time we left from my room, reached to the front door, we say fire to come out of the front door. So my husband tell me, we get to a bucket. So he get to a bucket full of water, and he run over here. And when we come, the young lady they cry, said that his son they upstairs. And when we come, to and get bad burn.
The house belonged to Michael Gill, more commonly referred to as Bibi. Dawson said that he has owned the house for over 20 years, and the woman and her infant son had only been living in the house for a few months. Together with her husband, she did her best to assist the neighbors with the limited resources. Who all was here to help extinguish the flames?
Well, only me and my husband, we were the first two on the scene to a bucket of water.
And did anyone call the fire department? When did they get here?
Well, I call the police, we tell them to assist me, to call the fire truck. So they say everything is on the way. They never take too long. They reach, reasonable time. Carry the young lady, the police, they carry her in a hospital.
According to neighbors, the residents received severe burns and are currently still recovering in the hospital. The source of the fire is still unknown.
What kind of injuries did the young lady receive, her and the toddler?
Some bad burns, I say. The entire body, face, the foot, the hand, the chest.
I know she was disoriented, but did she say what may have caused the fire? Where did it start?
No, she me in a shock, because when I call her, she just stand up, just say, watch me. Now they say, nothing.
As the family was unable to recover anything, the community is appealing to the public to assist in any way possible. Do you know what kind of losses she accumulated here? Was she able to recover anything?
Lost everything, everything, nothing saved.
As her neighbor lost her phone in the fire, Dawson can be contacted at the number 6145-1679 for donations. Brittany Gordon for News 5.
After the break, senior courts introduced National Alternative Dispute Resolution Committee. But first, here's the weather update with data from the National Meteorological Service.
For 19 years, SMART has been the pulse of our nation. A journey of growth, innovation, resilience, and unity.
From the first call that bridged distances to the data that brought us closer than ever, SMART has been there, weaving threads of connection across our beautiful land.
We have been active in providing innovative solutions to enhance our customers' lifestyles. Over the years, SMART has developed and provided various services to meet customers' needs.
To the dreamers, doers, and the believers, thank you for making SMART a part of your story. For 19 years of trust, loyalty, partnership, and shared experiences.
As we celebrate 19 years of connecting lives and dreams, let's keep the rhythm alive. Together, let's continue to shape our future one connection at a time.
Come and be a part of the SMART family, where we empower you and our country today, tomorrow, and beyond.
SMART, bringing people together.
Global rise in temperatures due to climate change increase the severity of dry weather conditions experienced in Belize. Forest fires, dust buildup, and contamination of our power lines can result in power interruptions. At BEL, we continue to do our part to minimize the impacts of challenging weather conditions and improve the reliability of our power line system. You can help. Report forest fires or damaged power line structures using our BEL 24/7 app or call us at 0800 BEL Care. That is 0800 235 2273. We continue to serve you.
Are you looking for low-cost television advertising? Have we got a deal for you? Advertise on Channel 5's Daily Classifieds. Channel 5's Daily Classifieds is one of the most effective methods for introducing yourself and your business to the community. Use our Daily Classifieds to recruit employees, promote specials, promote your products or services, promote a business opportunity, increase traffic to your website, and advertise items you have for sale. Let us help you to save valuable time and money. Call us today at 280-0013 or visit us at our offices on Coney Drive to discuss how we can help your business grow affordably. Channel 5 Daily Classifieds. Advertise today.
Isani Cayetano, Marian Ali, Paul Lopez, Brittany Gordon. Your News 5 Belize teams do whatever it takes. Go wherever they need to go, so you can catch the story wherever you are, whenever you want, on whatever device. Channel 5 Belize on television, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Because news is now everywhere, all the time. And so are we.
A National Alternative Dispute Resolution Committee has been formed, and it is co-chaired by Justice of Appeal Michelle Arana, Justice Martha Alexander, and Justice Candice Nanton. The formation of the working group, formerly the National Mediation Committee, aims to enhance access to justice through affordable settlements of disputes as it complements the full trials. The advantages of court mediation include swifter resolutions to disputes, saving on the cost of litigation. It also allows litigants the power to settle disputes. The committee is also made up of key stakeholders in education, law, media, management, religion, and medicine. On Thursday, the Briceño administration formally opened the new Haulover Bridge, a massive concrete structure that was designed and built by Belizean contractors and engineers. While the contract to build the bridge was awarded to M&M's Engineering, questions are being asked regarding the eligibility of other local contractors where bridge construction is concerned. Here's how the Minister of Infrastructure, Development and Housing, Julius Espat, responded to those questions.
I'll tell you who can bid on a bridge right now. Right now, at that level, you have all the road contractors, Cisco Construction, Emer can bid, right now, without even thinking about it, they can pass the pre-qualification process. So that's two. You have Bandman, I think Roadway can bid. You have Tycrop that I believe can bid. You have one of the gentlemen from Spanish Lookout that can bid. ANN can bid. And now Roque can bid. So you have 6, I think you might have a 7th one. And so everybody has an equal opportunity to be able to win a bid. Roque has an advantage to a certain extent because he's the brainchild of the design. So all the other contractors, when they build bridges, have to buy the pre-stressed beams from him. They have to hire his engineers. They have to hire his barges. He has done a wonderful job to put himself in a position to be able to do this. But the other contractors can. And so at the end of the day, you look at the technical aspect of it, and all of them will pass. And then you look at the financial, and most of them will pass. And then from there, you look at the price. And whoever comes in close to the lowest, because not always is the lowest that wins, is awarded. This is the first time Roque has received a job of this magnitude on his own. All the other bridges, and all the ones in Caracol, he did under Cisco and under ANN. And under Bandman, if I'm not mistaken. The one in Sarteneja, he did under OECC's supervision. The one under the coastal, he did under the mandate of Emer Hernandez.
Earlier this week, a woman took to social media to plead for justice after she was allegedly physically assaulted by a man. According to 25-year-old Andrene Samuels, she had recently left Shisha 8th Lounge when she got into a verbal dispute with another woman. Samuels claims that before the argument got physical, 28-year-old Renee Flowers intervened and proceeded to beat her to the ground, allegedly in defense of his friend. Following the incident, Flowers proceeded to file his own report against Samuels, asserting that she had thrown a glass at him first. We spoke with Samuels today, who refuted that account. Here's News 5's Brittany Gordon with the story.
The incident occurred between the late hours of Sunday night and early Monday morning at Shisha 8 Bar and Lounge. According to 25-year-old Andrene Samuels, she and her boyfriend had an argument, during which Samuels threw a drink at him. After being asked to leave the premises, she claims that she was provoked by a woman and later attacked by the woman's friend, Renee Flowers.
So I was out after the Reggae Sunday at Shisha Lounge. I was put out because I threw a drink over my boyfriend, and I left to go and see if guy was at his house. If I came looking for like my boyfriend, and they said he was not there. So while I was standing there, the girl, she was like provoking me and stuff like that. So we just had a back and forth, and then after that I had a water bottle in my hand, and before I could even do anything with this bottle or whatever, this boy hit me to the ground, right? He said he would do anything for his friends, and after he continuously hit me on the ground, the girl in the back, beat her, whatever. Her friend came out crying, well, not really crying, but like trying to help me. She was like, why you to try help her and stuff like that. So I had a group of friends who end up find me, and we tried to chase up on the car, but we couldn't because they were like swerving and stuff to try and make us crash.
Flowers was brought in for the assault on Monday. However, Samuels would receive a call the following day asking her to report to the station.
Tuesday, I was called in by a corporal and to bring my ID. When I reached, they told me I am detained for common assault. So I was like, really? Have you guys... Like, I'm trying to get the understanding, why am I being detained for common assault when I didn't throw water on this guy? So she then said that it happened in Shisha that I threw a drink on this guy. His story also saying the same thing, that I threw a drink on him in Shisha. This was said in front of the judge as well, that I threw a drink on him in Shisha. He was nowhere in the vicinity that I was in Shisha, right? He also said that something about a pint bottle. Never once you would have seen those glasses all over the place, right? So basically he get bail, I guess. And it's just like I just still in a shock because we used to work together and he used to be my friend. So that kind of was a twist to it.
Samuel said that the attack left her reeling, as Flowers was someone she had previously considered a friend, and that violence of this nature should never be inflicted on a woman by a man.
I get a black eye. I have my knee that is messed up every day, like it open up more. I have scratches on my buttocks because I had on a skirt, like my face bruised at the bottom, and just like, yeah, everywhere hurt. I can't eat. That the one thing that is affecting me, I can't eat because he hit me in my face, like a lot of blows. I just kind of want to go ahead with the court case and see what happened from there. I have my attorney and everything already, so I just hope that it don't go like this, because he should have never put his hand on me, because in no way, shape or form that even respectable as a man.
Samuels maintains that she never intended to get physically violent with any persons involved in the dispute and is currently working on gathering witnesses from the scene. She implores the police department to review the video footage from the bar in hopes of clearing her name. Brittany Gordon for News 5.
When we return, school gardening and its importance in education.
unwrap the joy of crystal clear picture and sound from Iowa, the brand that offers you affordability and exceptional quality. Iowa has a wide range of exceptional products to choose from, such as TVs, speakers, headphones, home appliances, and much more at affordable prices that won't break the bank. Enhance your audio-visual entertainment experience with Iowa, and for your convenience, parts are readily available in country for hassle-free maintenance. You can find Iowa products at your local electronics store countrywide. Choose Iowa, the best in home entertainment and household appliances.
Shabbat is a complete failure.
It seems that the battles follow me wherever I go.
The first important task given to him after getting elected was to head the Ministry of Health and Wellness in the midst of the pandemic. And he failed so miserably, the ministry had to be taken away from him. Since then, he has continued to fail the people of Kaya North. The UDP left a modern, grant-funded water project in progress for Bullet Tree, and it was abandoned by Shabbat, leaving the village to suffer. The UDP left adequate funding and 5.19 acres of designated land for a new high school and primary school in the Contiki area. That is also now being abandoned by Shabbat. In 3 years, more than $1 million in community development funds and monies from the community vote have been disbursed to him at over $26,000 per month. But no one knows what he's done with it for the people of Kaya North. The voters of the constituency sent Shabbat a clear message on March 6 that they are not pleased with him, but rather than heed the message, he issues insults even to members of his own party.
These blue conkers who now seek to undermine us.
Shabbat has completely failed Kaya North, and Kaya North will completely reject him.
The inaugural school gardening competition concluded earlier this week ahead of the start of the National Agriculture and Trade Show. 12 schools from across the country took part in the competition in the primary and secondary school categories. The idea is to promote agricultural education and sustainable farming practices among schools in Belize. News 5's Isani Cayetano reports.
School gardening is an invaluable educational tool for students at the primary and secondary levels because it provides a hands-on learning experience where students can apply biological and environmental science in real life. They can observe plant growth, understand soil composition, and learn about the importance of biodiversity. The National Agriculture and Trade Show Steering Committee found it fit to launch a competition to encourage students to engage in practical learning.
This year, for the first time, the NATS committee suggested if we can do a school garden competition, which is what the Ministry of Agriculture promotes a lot, working with gardening in primary schools as well as in high schools. So the proposal was put to me to kind of lead it since we work a lot with schools. So in November, I was tasked to promote the school garden competition. We set a flyer, we designed a flyer that was posted on our Facebook page for the ministry. And very interestingly, a lot of schools countrywide wrote to us expressing their willingness to participate in the school garden competition.
School gardens are a great way to teach students about nutrition. By growing their own fruits and vegetables, students can learn about healthy eating and the benefits of fresh produce.
Countrywide, from all 6 districts, we started with 15 primary schools and 8 high schools that wrote to us expressing their interest to participate.
Students develop responsibility, patience, and teamwork as they work together to maintain the garden. They also learn planning and research skills as they decide what to plant and how to care for it.
At the time when we started receiving letters of expression, right away we saw we had to put 2 categories, the primary school and the high school categories. And then also that also gave us the task of developing what we call a rubric. What would we be looking for in the garden, kind of to grade them, to be as transparent as possible, and coming up with the best winning garden. So some of the criterion that we put forth was garden design, the implementation of the garden, gardens that would be showing agricultural techniques, kind of like irrigation systems, tackling pests and diseases if there would be any, if the garden was environmentally friendly.
Gardening helps students understand the relationship with the environment. They learn about sustainability, conservation, and the impact of human activities on ecosystems. In essence, school gardening can enrich the curriculum, promote healthy lifestyles, and instill a sense of environmental stewardship in students.
For primary school, the winner came out of the Corozal district in the name of San Victor RC, a Roman Catholic primary school. And second place was San Antonio United Pentecostal out of the Cayo district. In the high school category, we had Valley of Peace, Seventh-day Adventist, which came up with an innovative type of gardening, sustainable agriculture practices, which is what the ministry is promoting. And second place out of the Orange Rock District, Belize High School of Agriculture. Now within the recognition, innovation and technology, innovation and research, the Technology Recognition Award is going to be given to ITSAT, STEAM Academy out of Belize City, the Belize District. And for the innovation and research, Corozal District in the name of Escuela Técnico Mexico.
It's a multifaceted educational approach that aligns well with the goals of agricultural education. Reporting for News 5, I am Isane Cayetano.
Up next, Sabrina Daly's on the bright side of banana fibers.
Hi, my name is Leah Mangar, and I am currently the Administrative Assistant at Yasche Conservation Trust here in beautiful Punta Gorda. I received the Social Security Board Scholarship in the year of 2021. After I was told that I was a successful recipient of this scholarship, I was very grateful. This scholarship has assisted me in various ways. Firstly, it relieved me of financial constraints. So that was the main obstacle that was keeping me back. But receiving this scholarship allowed me to gain the skills and the knowledge that I needed to attain the job that I currently have. I would just encourage you all to apply to the scholarship. And the process is very, very easy. You will find a link and it will direct you to everything that you need in order to submit your application. And once you submit it, pray and just hope for the best, because you just will never know if you can get it.
For 19 years, SMART has been the pulse of our nation. A journey of growth, innovation, resilience, and unity.
From the first call that bridged distances to the data that brought us closer than ever, SMART has been there, weaving threads of connection across our beautiful land.
We have been active in providing innovative solutions to enhance our customers' lifestyles. Over the years, SMART has developed and provided various services to meet customers' needs.
To the dreamers, doers, and the believers, thank you for making SMART a part of your story. For 19 years of trust, loyalty, partnership, and shared experiences.
As we celebrate 19 years of connecting lives and dreams, let's keep the rhythm alive. Together, let's continue to shape our future one connection at a time.
Come and be a part of the SMART family, where we empower you and our country today, tomorrow, and beyond.
SMART, bringing people together.
Buena Vista Village is a small farming community located on the banks of the Mopan River in the Cayo district. The village primarily produces citrus and bananas, but now the women of Buena Vista Village are creating a trade of their own. The up-and-coming artisans are weaving a name for themselves with their exquisite tapestries made from banana fibers. In tonight's episode of On the Bright Side, we revisited the Belize banana fibers base as Sabrina Daly shows us where they transform agricultural waste into valuable home decor.
Each item in this room has one thing in common: banana fibers. What you are looking at are the final products produced from this waste material. Retiree Jenny Dennis settled in Belize and saw the potential of an untapped market. Through an extensive process, they transform banana stalks that farmers dispose of, producing this end result. Belize Banana Fibers is also a business that supports women in different communities.
It started about 2 years ago, and the pandemic had hit, and my friend sent me a video, and it showed people in India making products from banana fiber. And so the very next day I saw it on my Facebook feed. And then the next day I showed it to one of my friends, and I was just gung-ho. We went down south and learned how to weave and if this was a feasible project. We started researching the machines and how they work and which one we wanted to order.
But they could not afford the machine that would generate fibers from banana stalks. Instead, they got innovative and created their own.
During this process, we said, well, we're just going to have to make one. And Mr. Chulin, our farm manager, said, I can do it. Unbeknownst to us, he was a mechanical engineer and had been studying that. So we went out and got the steel and honed down what the machine would be, the specs of it, and he made the machine.
We had different machine that we were looking at, right? Okay. They wanted this, but the studying that we were making, and they were making, I were making, I said, this will be the perfect one, right? They had their one, I said, we want to do it. I said, this will be the perfect one. Okay. So we stick into this one.
After manually separating the layers from each stalk, the machine breaks them down into strips.
So when we put it over here, we run the machine. See?
And this is what will be creating beautiful pieces like what we see there as a chandelier.
Yeah, that is.
Wow. The extraction also rids the stalk of additional roughage, which is then turned into compost. For Belize Banana Fibers, everything has a use.
The banana stalks are biodegradable and they're waste. So we're using waste essentially. And from our project here, we produce waste again, which goes into compost. It goes into all kinds of things. They've started studies just within the last 2 years. They have learned that the waste that comes after the fiber is pulled out, that waste can clean up oceans. It can take the lead out of water. The juice from it is good for medicinal purposes. There's so many other projects that can spin off of this one.
The next stage is the boiling process, after which they are dried. This is the final stage. The fibers are laid out to be dried on lines, like curtains. After drying, they will be distributed to women in different communities who've taken on the artisan trade.
Hello, Miss Jerry. We brought you some more stuff. Oh, that will be very good.
We educated ourselves on how to make products. All right, it's all over the internet, right? So we're internet schooled, and so we started making our own products, and now we teach it. We go to villages and we teach, and ladies there, they make these products and they put their own creativeness to it because we only teach basics. So we take the fiber to them, we give it to them, we don't charge them for it, and then when they have their products made, we go pick them up and pay them right then. And our end goal is to put income into these families. The women can work at home with their children, they can see to their husband and their household, and they can work and make these products at home, and we pick them up.
For Julia Hernandez, transitioning from a seasonal seamstress to a full-time weaver started with the pandemic. Now at her home in the village, she and her friends settle on a veranda to do their day's work, weaving with their little ones right at their side. Julia says this is her newfound profession.
When school closed, we don't have a lot of work because we don't have to do uniforms. We don't have that job because when COVID started, this was the problem because sewing stopped and we don't do uniforms because children never go to school again. And then I got this opportunity to start to work. It's a nice opportunity of job because we don't have to spend our time in go sell it by the road or house by house or by shop. She come and buy it, she bring the fiber, and she come and buy the things, buy the products.
Looking on the bright side, I'm Sabrina Daly.
And that's the news. Tonight's broadcast is available at channel5belize.com on both our Facebook and YouTube. I'm Annalyn Apollonia. From all of us here at News 5, have a happy and safe weekend. Good night.